Welcome back to Turkish Stars Explained. Today we're talking about Sandokan Season 2, and not in the vague, it's coming way. We finally have real timeline details and a major story tease. Season 2 is being discussed for 2027. Filming is expected to start around May 2026. The season keeps the same 8-episode structure. And yes, there's a hint about a new, important female character entering the story that could shake up everything. If you've already seen my earlier Season 2 confirmation video, this is your update episode, because this time the details are clearer and the implications are way bigger than people realize. Before we jump in, if you enjoy fast, no-fluff breakdowns of Turkish stars going global, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because Sandokan is one of those projects where the rollout matters as much as the show itself. So, why is this update important? Because Season 2 confirmed is only step 1. The real questions are, when is it actually happening? What format is it following? And most importantly, what changes in the story will keep the momentum alive? Let's start with the timeline. The talk is that filming should begin around May 2026, and the broadcast window being mentioned is 2027. I know some people will say, that feels far. But in TV, especially with a series that has large-scale production, complex locations, and a cinematic style, that timeline actually makes sense. Here's why. First, writing and development time. Season 2 isn't just more episodes. They need a second arc that feels bigger, sharper, and more dramatic, while still delivering the adventure and romance that made Season 1 work. That takes time. Second, production scale. This isn't a small studio show. The locations, action, and visuals are built like a premium event series. And premium event series take longer to shoot and polish. Third, post-production and scheduling. Even after filming, you're looking at editing, music, color, sound, marketing planning, and network scheduling. If the show wants to come back in a strong primetime window, timing becomes strategic. So if the goal is a stronger, more global-ready Season 2, a 2027 window isn't shocking. It can actually be a signal that they're trying to do it properly. Next, the structure. The update is that Season 2 would again be 8 episodes, likely presented across 4 nights with 2 episodes each, matching how Season 1 was packaged. This matters because it confirms the show's identity. Sandokan isn't being treated like a long weekly series. It's being treated like an event. Event formatting changes everything. The pacing is tighter. Every episode is supposed to feel like a movie chapter. And the show is designed to create conversation and appointment viewing energy. That format also helps internationally. When a series is packaged like an event, platforms and networks can market it as something bigger than just another show. It becomes a moment. Now, let's get to the part everyone will talk about. The story tease. The update includes a clear hint that the relationship between Sandokan and Marianna will be tested because another major female figure enters the story, described as surprising, a big presence. That's not a random detail. That's a deliberate message. Because Season 2 has a core challenge. How do you keep the romance intense without repeating the same beats? If Season 1 built the legend, the danger, the forbidden love, and the stakes, Season 2 has to push emotional conflict to a new level. Introducing a major female character can do that in multiple ways. One possibility is a rival with power. Not just jealousy drama, but someone with influence, political, strategic, or emotional, who forces Sandokan to make impossible choices. Another possibility is a mirror character. Someone who reflects what Marianna represents, but with a darker edge. A character that tests Sandokan's identity and loyalty. Or it could be a catalyst. A character whose presence triggers bigger conflicts. Alliances shift, enemies evolve, and the personal story becomes a political story. This isn't tabloid drama. This is story architecture. A new major character is often how a second season avoids feeling like a repeat. And if they're teasing this already, it means Season 2 is being shaped around that new tension. Now, some fans might panic and think, are they trying to break the main couple? But here's the truth. Tension is what keeps the couple alive on screen. A romance with no test becomes flat. A romance with real stakes becomes unforgettable. So the good news is they're not trying to coast. They're trying to level up the emotional intensity, exactly what a strong second season should do. Another important implication here is new entries. When a season introduces a major new character, it almost always means new casting and expanded dynamics. That's how you keep a show fresh. New faces, new alliances, new threats, new moral dilemmas. It also creates a new press cycle. New cast announcements are marketing fuel, and marketing fuel matters for international growth. So if you're watching for signals, here's what to look for next. Casting news for the new female figure, new character descriptions, location announcements or production logistics, and teaser marketing that shifts the tone from origin story to bigger conflict. Now, let's zoom out. What does this update mean for John Yaman's international path? Season 1 positioned him in a genre that travels: action-adventure with romance, cinematic scale, and an iconic character brand. Season 2 is where the industry decides if it's a one-season event or a multi-season franchise. A longer timeline can actually be a positive sign because it suggests they want to come back with something even more premium. If the producers deliver a Season 2 that feels bigger, sharper, and more emotionally explosive, that strengthens the case for broader platform support in the markets watching for the next signal. At the same time, let's keep expectations realistic. A discussed timeline is not the same as a full official calendar with an exact release date, and production plans can always shift. But the direction is clear. The season is being positioned for 2027, production is being planned for 2026, the format stays event series, and the story is designed to test the core romance with a major new female figure. That combination tells us Season 2 isn't an afterthought. It's a planned escalation. Now I want your take. Do you want Season 2 to focus more on romance or on legend and adventure? And what do you think the new female figure will be? A rival, a mirror, or a catalyst? Drop your answers in the comments. I read them, and I'll use the best theories in a follow-up video when we get more casting news. If this breakdown helped you, hit like. It really supports the channel. And subscribe to Turkish Stars Explained for more no-fluff updates on John Yaman and the global path of Turkish stars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.